welcome. Here is a video which we're going to talk about on how we can use Python in order to um, manage and manipulate Google Cloud, our resources on Google Cloud. So in this particular example, we're going to have a look at the family of images available. So you could have Debian, Windows images to use as a VM. So normally, by a good practice, we would just go into the Cloud Shell here and type in compute images list. That will give us a whole list of all the possible images or VMs we can create in this region. So there's a long list there. So we've got a good list there. But we want to try to do this within Python. So I want to pull off the same list, but perhaps I'm just going to look at the Debian builds and just look what we have there has the family of images for Debian. So I'm going to do a similar thing now, but this time I'm going to use the Python coding language on how to manipulate and retrieve information for my Google Cloud environment. So let me get started with that. So there's a couple of things you're going to need to do in the beginning. So let me just open up my Python thing. The first thing you will need to do, so just bear with me, I'm going to show you the way I do it. So first of all, we're going to have to install the module for Google Cloud. So I'm just going to take this liner here, the scripts part, and I'm going to go into CMD and I'm going to do a pip install. I'm going to install it for the first time. So let me just bring that. I've already got it installed actually, but you would have to do it if you haven't done it before. So it's pip install. So let's just go into the right location. So there we go. Pip install Google.cloud. That's the name of the module we're going to have to import in order to use. So as you can see, I've already got it already satisfied, but you would just leave that now and then it will go ahead and do it for the first time. So that's step one. Now in step two, you're going to have to think about the project you're going to access and the account, the service account it uses. So if we go to the hamburger menu here, go to IAM, here it is here, and go down to service accounts. It's fine. Let's go into IAM. I think I saw it there anyway. Okay, now I'll go into service accounts, and you can see a number of service accounts which is already there. What you would do now, you locate a service account. So I can use this one, which is the Compute Engine default service account. I will click into here. I will go into keys and I'm going to add a new key, create a new key. I'm going to call it a JSON one. Key type equals JSON. And then it creates a new key and you can see here it's ready to download. So I'm just going to close that. I'm going to go into my download browser and I'm going to download the key. Okay, so the key has arrived here locally. I'm just going to copy that. And where can I put it? I'm just going to go into my C drive and I can put it. I've got a folder here called test. I can just get rid of those files. Just quickly get rid of those files one by one. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this one here. Okay, so there's my service account file, and I'm just going to copy what I can do here. Take the properties here, copy the name. You can change the name if you like, but I'm just going to keep that as it is and minimize that. And I'm going to save that on the side on my notepad. Right, that's that side done. So now let's go into Python. So I go to my Python file here, and I'm going to create a new file. I'm just going to save it in my GCP folder. Show images. So now the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to import OS. That's in order to see the SA account, so I can authenticate to my Google Cloud. And then secondly, I'm going to import compute_v1, which is going to be used to get the list. So let's do, we want to make sure we can now authenticate. So we're going to use us os.environ, comma, and then we're going to use Google application credentials, spelled correctly, yeah. Close the brackets there. Equals, now in Windows, you're going to have to use C // to recognize in Python, and I think it was the test folder. Yeah, you can use that if you like. You can just type it out manually. And then I'm just going to copy the name of the file, which I've just got it on the side of here. So I'm just going to copy the rest of that here. Okay, so that's the authentication side done. Now we want to make sure we can get a list of the images. So I'm just going to make a quick one here, a method get image. And the first thing we're going to do is the project, and the project is going to be a string. So project string equals, and it's a Debian cloud. We only want to know the Debian images which is available in the Google Cloud. And the family, again, is going to be a string which will equals the Debian. Well, there's a few of them you can use. I'm going to use the ARM64 to see what is available there. Oh, made a bit of a typo there, so I'm just going to get rid of that. So going to make a variable image client equals compute underscore v1 dot images client and the brackets. Then we're going to do a new variable, the newest image we want equals image underscore client as per the previous variable, client.get from family, and then we're going to point to the two previous variables. Project equals project, so project equals project, family equals family, close brackets. Okay, so we've done that, and then what we can do, we can just do a print, just to print the newest image really. Okay, and then we can put the get image to call on that. Right, let's have a look if that looks good. Yeah, so we've got the credentials there. We put in we're calling upon it, images dot client, so that looks good. So let's run that. Okay, we've got an error here. That is fine. So let me just work that one out. And you can see here we haven't the quote marks there. Save that again. Okay. Oh wow, file C JSON was not found. So there's a little error which we can work out. So we've got the wrong file, cannot find. Maybe I put the wrong path. Let's have a look at the path. You can see here I've made an error here. Didn't put the second one in there. So always be mindful of that you're going to have to use two there. So let's just get rid of that one there. Okay, so let's run that again. Newest image, did you mean newest image? I think another typo. Okay, just bear with me. So you can see there it is, newest image. Let's run that again now. So now we've got it. So after all those little typos, we've managed to find the information. So excellent information. So you got all the information which pertains to that Google image for Debian. So that's how you can work it out. So if you look here, you can see the two, if we can just put it side by side. So we called upon the project and the family, which if we go here, you've got the family and the project here. So you can easily just modify your Python file to use the same variables there in order to look for the information, and you can appear here. So that's an excellent way how to use Python to work with your Google Cloud environment. I hope that helps. Stay tuned for more videos of this type. Thank you.